Hey, good morning, Mount Calvary, social media family, everyone out there. I am simply getting on here this morning. I started something last week and I want to try to do it again today. And I'm doing it in my backyard as it's raining here on this Memorial Day. Did a Monday morning recap of Mount Calvary Tougaloo. And we had a very powerful day of worship on yesterday. And so many wonderful things happened in the context of our worship. We had four graduates who are graduating from college or high school, and my son was one of those. And uh, Cody, Cody graduated from Murrah High School. My son Marcus Stafford and Cody Jones both graduated from Murrah High School. We had Kayla Harris, who graduated from Delta Tech. And we had Jeremiah Austin, who graduated from Callaway High School. And what a wonderful day it was to celebrate them and what God is going to be doing in their life and with them as they matriculate and go where God intends for them to go. And so, a couple of things that are coming up at our church that I want to make sure that everyone is aware of. The month of June is right around the corner, and we'll be, that's Vacation Bible School time for lots of churches, and our churches will be participating in Vacation Bible School on June 16th through the 18th from 6 to 8 o'clock each night. And I also know that on one of our sister churches right down the street, White Oak, will be having their Vacation Bible School on June 17th through the 19th, also at 6 to 8. I really wish we could get together and coordinate all of these different events that our churches in different places have so that we could put together one big vacation Bible school for the entire Tougaloo community. It didn't work out this year, but I'm going to keep pushing for that and I'm going to keep praying for that. I hope you'll pray along with me as we go meet that moment that God is asking us to meet. And so be praying for Vacation Bible School. Be praying for the month of June as children will be out of school and going into various programs and different things. And speaking of programs, one of our own members, Antoria Kirkwood, she has uh, Elegant Pen Virtual Academy. They're going to be having some things this month for those in elementary school. I think it's going to be a writing camp. So if you want to get your young person kindergarten through sixth grade, if you're in the greater Jackson, Madison, Rankin County, Tougaloo area, and you want to get your child involved with that, we want to make sure that you get involved in that writing academy. Contact us at mountcalvarytougaloo@gmail.com. We'll make sure we get you set up with that, and just say that you want to be part of the virtual pen, Elegant Pen Virtual Academy, or the writing camp with Sister Antoria Kirkwood. We'll get you uploaded with that. Listen, we just have things that are going on, and we want to make sure our children have something to do through this summer month so that they continue to grow and glow in the glory of God and what God does for them. We're praying for many people who have had surgeries, who have sickness. We've had members who have experienced bereavement in their families, and we want to pray for them. And I tried to wrap all of that up in the sermons on yesterday, which was both looking at Memorial Day, which is today, and well as honoring our graduates. We had this conversation from John chapter 15, verse 13, where Jesus says, greater love has no man than this, than he lay down his life for his friends. And so I tried to embrace both of those Memorial Day and graduate themes and talk about taking your tour of duty. And in taking that tour of duty, we need to understand that empathy is our greatest strength because we live in a culture and a society today that looks like people are no longer empathetic, and people are talking about empathy in negative connotations and negative ways. We've even had a prominent evangelical pastor who argued that empathy is a sin in America today because empathy requires us to look at the foreigner, to look at the stranger, to look at the oppressed, to look at the poor, to look at those who have less than, to look at those who are seeking out better positions, to look at it requires us and it gives us a responsibility to look at them as if they are actually part of the human experience. They have the image of God stamped on them, and empathy is the Christian's greatest strength. And so I wanted to make sure that they understood, just as we have had soldiers who have laid down their lives for the freedoms that we experience over here in America, that college graduates need to lay down their lives for the maintenance and sustaining of that freedom, which is sometimes looks like it's being taken from us by force, especially if you look like the members of our church and this pastor. So, empathy is our greatest strength, but not only is empathy our greatest strength, we have to embrace the idea of sacrifice and sacrificial love. Because when Jesus says, "Greater love has no man than this, than to lay down his life," that is literally making a sacrifice on behalf of somebody else. And we have to embrace that idea, not run away from it, not shy away from it, not back away from it, not just say, well, that's not my problem, that's not my situation, that's not my thing. We have to embrace the idea of sacrifice. And then ultimately, and partly because, and I played on this idea because my son wants to enlist in the Air Force and serve and get a degree in cybersecurity from Hines, Jackson State, or USM, whichever one he chooses ultimately at this late stage in the game. He wants to do that. And ultimately, what that means, though, in order for you to go to the Air Force, you have to enlist in the service. And what Christ says to us is, if you're going to lay down your life, the only way you got to do that is first you got to enlist in the service. You got to enlist in the service of the Lord, enlist in the service of lifting others up, and enlist in the service of laboring to help bring about change in our country and in our community, and even, yes, in our churches. And so that's our Monday morning recap for today. Listen, I hope you enjoyed this Memorial Day. I hope it's not as wet and raining where you are. I hope that you can spend some time thinking about those who have uh, given their lives ultimately for the freedoms that we share. But we know ultimately our freedom comes in Christ. Our freedom was granted by Christ. Our freedom is held by Christ. Our freedom is sustained by Christ. Our freedom is in Christ, and there is none other by which we have the freedoms that we share, except by the love of Christ and the late work that He has done and accomplished for us on a hill called Calvary. And I'm thankful to be the pastor of Mount Calvary, Tougaloo, the church where love abides and Christ is edified. You all go have a great day on this Monday morning.